What's happening?
Hey.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Everybody in the chat right now. Welcome.
Get in here.
Twitch is
Get
not
in.
loading yet.
Which side am I on?
Get in
in
here.
Get in there.
Get in here.
Whichever
Get in here.
side we're on, wherever you're talking, get in there.
Get in there. Welcome to Talking Nerds. I clapped again. We're back. It's been 2 weeks. We were supposed to do our Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 review last week, but Nick flaked out, Zach flaked out, Tyler flaked out. I didn't flake out.
You would have flaked out because
Yeah.
you had family over.
True. Well, no, because they didn't get here till like 11 p.m. at night, so I could have done it. But
We could have
whatever.
done all of our evening shenanigans.
I could have done the what's it called? Frick. I ruined the joke. Dang it. Oof. OnlyFans. That's what I was gonna say.
There you go.
Talking Nerds OnlyFans. Coming soon. Coming soon. Okay, no, this is too far.
Whoa.
Nope.
Well, Zach's not here. I mean, what's new? First it was Nick for a while. Now it's Zach not showing up anymore. Zach's hanging with family tonight. Boo. Boo. But that's okay. We're streaming tonight. We're drinking tonight. I'm having the Waybird Hazy IPA, which is a Half Acre beer. Half Acre is my favorite brewery. It's in Chicago. So this is what I'm drinking. What are you guys drinking tonight?
It's a cool can.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, well, actually, no. I just said that to you before the stream. I guess I didn't say that while we were live. The allergies are so bad that I'm not drinking alcohol because I'm on some meds, but I'm just drinking.
Are you gonna
Don't
are you gonna like fall asleep during the show? From like
No,
what's it
but
called
I'm
again?
drinking, as you would call it, liquid static.
That's my
that's
niece
the
would
correct
call it. I
assessment.
think it's funky water. That's what my niece calls it.
Huh.
But
She knows the word funky now?
I guess so. She's got a whole vocabulary. She says, I think one of her first words was pine cone. She called it
Whoa.
ping cone.
A
Ping
cop-
cone. She's Chinese.
She's Chinese. They're turning the kids Chinese.
She watches too much TikTok, so. But she can't say butterfly, or she mixes butterfly and caterpillar up. She calls it a cutter butter, so that's the new thing, or cutter putter, something like that. So, yeah. Tyler, what are you drinking?
My good old whole milk.
At
My
least
good
it's
old whole milk.
Did you guys
Is that
see?
because you think you're fat?
Okay.
Or wait.
You drinking 1% because you think you're fat? Because you could be drinking, because
Because
you're not. You could be drinking whole milk if you wanted to. I butchered that. Did you guys see that Aubrey Plaza commercial for Got Milk? No.
I haven't.
She did this whole thing where she was pretending she started a new company that was Wood Milk. And she drank it. She said, "Is wood milk a real thing? Absolutely not. Only real milk is real." And everybody's pissed at her because they're like, you're making fun of all the vegans. I'm like, guys,
Then don't be vegan. Don't be vegan and you won't get made fun of.
Yeah, seriously. Be a man. Drink milk. Real milk.
Or a woman.
Or a woman.
Yeah. We'll invite women to
be a normal human
non-vegan
being and drink
as well.
cow milk.
It says the farm boy.
Yeah, that's right.
Straight from the udder.
Straight from the udder. You know, I'd even say if you like goat milk, go for it. I hate goat milk, so I don't like it, but you know, if that's your thing. It still counts. It's from a animal. It's not from a
Yeah.
walnut. A
I have
tree.
I have a Polish friend at work where he would talk about his times in Poland, where he'd go out with his grandma and they'd just like drink milk. Like they bring a cup out, get milk
From the
fresh
udder.
from the cow. Yep.
Nice. I learned how to do it. You gotta squeeze the top, and then you just go down with your other fingers.
Wow.
The more
That
you know,
takes
guys.
talent.
It does, honestly. It's hard. It's not easy, actually. So, you know.
I like how nothing we've talked about has been about nerd stuff.
I'd like to see that hand motion again.
Yes. All right.
Oof, oof.
All right. Well, it's been 2 weeks since we last talked, and I have watched a lot of Attack on Titan. I am officially done with Attack on Titan, except for the last special, which is subbed. So I'm going to have to watch it in Japanese, which is fine. But it's such a cliffhanger, I can't not watch it. So I'm very excited. June 15th is when we're doing our review with our friends. So tune in then. It's like a month away, basically. Hopefully I don't forget everything. But
It's too good to forget.
it is so good. And it just like every episode ends in tragedy and it's incredible. So I am very excited to talk about that. So I'm basically done. Now I got to get back on Bad Batch and finish that up. I guess I started New World already 2 weeks ago. But I've been playing it a lot. I did stream it last night for the first time. I had to get my bearings on it first before I attempted a stream. Excuse me. But it's pretty fun. It has its dull moments. I'd say right now I'm just getting into the quests and stuff. I haven't done anything with MMO aspects of it yet. So the quests are kind of simple, like mundane quests. So, and the fast travel is so wonky in this game. I'm running everywhere constantly. It costs fast travel.
I mean, questing, that is an MMO thing, so you're right on the MMO train.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna play it, but Diablo is coming out in two weeks from today for me. So that's all I'm gonna be playing soon.
You pre-ordered it?
Yes, I paid $100 for the Ultimate Edition, which gives me 20 level skips for the season pass or the battle pass. I get early access. I think I get some DLC stuff. There's a few things. But speaking of Diablo, the server slam was last weekend. I thought it was last weekend. Tyler, you told me on stream it was the last week of May, so you were wrong. You scoundrel. You were wrong. So
When is
it? It was actually last weekend. And it was fun. I did a different character than I did with the beta. I did a druid this time. Druid was actually a lot of fun. It was fun to just be a bear constantly, just turn into a bear. That was a lot of fun. I didn't like the aspect of druid that it's only melee. There is no long range weaponry. So if you're getting swarmed, I mean, like, you just got to run away pretty much, you know? So I don't know if I'm going to be playing a druid. I liked it, but there were some aspects that were just not fun. I think I'm going to do a rogue though for my first build on launch.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, so it's a nice balance, you know. You got the long range, you got the melee, so I'm going to be doing that. But yeah, I got farther than I did the first time. I was only able to play one night, but it had a lot of glitches, which made sense for a server slam, but I did have to back out a few times, which kind of sucked. But the game looks phenomenal. I mean, the graphics are insane. So,
How was the mud?
The mud was great, dude. I didn't see just regular mud. I saw like dirty, like water mud. You know, like the brown mud. You know what I'm talking about? Like the brown watery
Yep.
mud. I saw like a puddle. I'm like, holy crap, that looks like a real puddle. Insane. No. It was cool though. It was fun. So did that. Those have been my gaming adventures. I did play a little bit of Hogwarts again last night, trying to keep chipping away at getting 100% achievements. So doing a lot of Merlin trials and getting ancient magic and all that stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing. And I saw Guardians Volume 3 last week. And we'll get into that. So, yeah. Tyler, Nick.
Yeah. So I'm kind of busy with life. Thus I wasn't able to make last week and flaked. But yeah, no. I saw Guardians. Was that 2 weeks ago now?
I think it was
Yeah,
a
because I saw it on Sunday.
week ago Sunday for you. Week ago Monday for us.
Was it? That seems like a really short time. But anyway, yeah. So I saw it on a Sunday. And funny story, the theater that I was in had the volume at like
Oh.
90 plus decibels,
Yikes.
like constantly. Like it was bad.
You need double
Real bad. It
hearing
was so
protection.
bad. I had to go step out and ask if they had earplugs or like turn the volume down.
Yeah.
It was really
Wow.
bad. Like I pulled out my decibel meter and I was like, yeah, this is like hearing damage level.
Yikes.
Which theater
Ugh.
was that?
It was
Charleston.
at Charleston. Yeah.
That's a
Oh,
little concerning. That's my favorite movie.
Mhm. Yeah. So I was like, hey, I like you guys. I like coming here. I don't want you guys to get sued for hearing damage. So make sure you just like check what you're playing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's just like the movie, like if they've got like a sticker on their soundboard that like keep it here, and the movie was just loud.
Yeah.
But
be.
Marvel is usually pretty good about their sound. So I don't know.
think we
Maybe
had
they just-
issues in our theater. I don't think it was too loud for
It-
us.
it did seem loud, almost more loud than usual, but not where it hurt.
Yeah, not extremely
Mhm.
loud.
Yeah, so it was like 90, 92 decibels consistently.
That's insane.
And then when it got really loud, it was like pushing 95 to 100.
Wow.
So anyways, that kind of like, I mean, we were still sitting through it, me and my wife, but it was, I mean, we were doing this number, like just folding our ears in. Like, yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yikes.
So that was fun. But I started a new anime.
Nice.
What was I watching last time we talked?
Your full-time job, your real full-time job.
Yeah, watching anime.
Right.
You get paid to watch anime. I think it was a volleyball one you were watching.
Oh, the Haikyuu? Yeah, I finished that
Yeah.
one.
Yep, that was the last
I did
one I
finish that one.
remember you watching.
Okay. Yeah. So I started Tokyo Ghoul.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Yeah.
I've heard of that.
It's an older one, I'm pretty sure. Well,
Okay.
a classic is what people tell me.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's kind of out there. It's it's like it's not like smooth and like necessarily linear like a lot of anime.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that like just show up, and it's like you have to learn about them, and like yeah, so there's a lot of characters. Obviously there's a few main characters, but there's a lot of like side characters that kind of become more main as the show goes on.
Okay.
But it's really good. It's basically ghouls versus humans, and the ghouls eat humans because they have to live. And so it's like they're trying to. I'm on season 3 right now, and basically the main character. This isn't a spoiler because it happens super early on, but he is about to get eaten by a ghoul in an alley, and then like he goes on a date with her, and he's about to. She goes to eat. She doesn't because they look like humans. The ghouls.
Yeah.
The only way you can tell they're a ghoul is they have the black eyes with the red pupil. and they can turn it off and on. So it's like
Of course they can. Yeah.
they can blend in.
My
So anyway,
hinge tried to eat me the other day.
so he goes on a date with this chick,
And she's a ghoul?
and she's a ghoul, but he doesn't know.
Man.
And then he's walking her home, and then she's about to eat him in an alley. But then like during a construction site, like alley, and a bunch of pipes like fall on them when she's about to eat him,
Yeah.
and it kills her. And then a ghoul doctor actually puts her organs in his body. So then he becomes half ghoul, half human. So he's a one-eyed ghoul. He's got one eye that can turn red and black, and he's got one, so he's half and half. And so he like sees.
For a second, I was like, "This is so weird," but then I remember it was an anime. I was like, "Okay, yeah, no."
Right, yeah, right. So then he sees both sides of like the human world and then the ghoul world.
He's like Blade.
Yeah, and then he kind of realizes like the ghouls only do what they have to survive,
right?
The same as humans do. And then they're constantly fighting and killing each other. But he, has experience as a human and an experience as a ghoul. And so basically he's like, I'm the piece of the puzzle for peace between these two.
Yeah.
Because he's got friends on both sides now. He's got ghoul friends and he's got
There's
human
good
friends.
people on both sides.
Sorry, my ghoul friends.
Yeah, my ghoul friends.
Yeah, it's really cool because like the ghouls, they get rated on how deadly they are. Cool ghouls. They get rated on how deadly they are.
Yeah.
So you have like an S ghoul or an SS ghoul or a triple S. Like that's a really scary ghoul. Like just keep adding more S's on.
Yeah.
But no, there's like A plus, S plus, double S.
This is kind of like it's kind of like One Punch Man. One Punch Man has like different tier level superheroes. So there's S tier, A tier, low A tier, stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool because the ghouls, what makes them ghouls if they've got these things, it's called Kagane, and it's like their superpower. So they've got like, it can come out as a tail, it can come out as a torso, or it can come out as like a full body Kagane. And they can like increase their Kagane power by eating humans. And then they can also absorb other Kagane by eating other ghouls. So it's pretty cool. It's
so that's
fun.
only
and
if
then,
they're desperate, then they eat other ghouls?
Well, it's interesting the way that you can like distinguish. Another way of distinguishing humans and ghouls is ghouls can't eat human food. Like it tastes really bad to them, and then they'll actually throw it up. They'll actually throw it up if they don't by themselves. Like it'll like cause damage to their bodies.
Yeah.
The same is for eating ghouls. They just don't taste good. So it's kind of like this. They have to feed to live and nourish their bodies, obviously. But cannibalism isn't tasty for them.
I was gonna say if he's ever in a bind, he could just like take a chunk out of his arm.
No, so it's really cool because I mean the police, like the CCG, the anti-ghoul humans agency is like they're like pretty badass. When they kill ghouls, they turn their Kagane into weapons called quinkes, and they're like little briefcases with a button on the handle, and it turns into like this badass sword or like pole arm or like chainsaw. But it's based on the Kagane of the ghouls that they've killed in the past. So it's pretty cool. I like the combat. Season 2 was really, really different from season 1, but in the end, it was, looking back, like a really good season. And I'm enjoying season 3.
Oh no,
that sounds actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really cool. Really good.
I'm gonna add that to my list. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. One of my favorite lines from the show, actually would, I think, be a cool tattoo in Japanese. It's called, they say, "Tame your fear," which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
So
it's called Tokyo Ghoul, you said?
Yep, Tokyo Ghoul.
I see it.
Apparently they're remaking it, like updating like the art style or something, making it more modern. But honestly, it looks pretty cool as is.
Season 2 Route A, Season 3 RE. Interesting. Dang,
Yeah.
this looks dope.
It is.
It's kind of gives me Full Metal Alchemist vibes, actually.
So I can show you a
Demon
clip.
Slayer vibes too.
I'll show you a clip after the show of like
Alright.
combat.
Cool. I'm adding it to my queue on Funimation. Dope.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, nerd stuff. But I mean, softball just kicked off for me, so that's taking up my Tuesdays. I got volleyball on Mondays and Fridays, and then church stuff on Wednesday. So it's like kind of just being crazy right now. I'm going to UK on Wednesday, next Wednesday.
Yep.
I won't be here for next week, but I should be back for the week after.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So
Yeah,
we'll probably fly in that morning or afternoon, and then I should be able to make the show, hopefully. But I'll keep you guys updated on that.
Awesome. Is that for vacation or?
Yeah.
Or
yep.
Nice.
Me and the wife are hitting London and Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Nice.
That's first time leaving the country.
Very nice.
Nice.
I think we're gonna do. Oh, you're gonna miss Batman v Superman or Batman v Spider-Man next week.
Yeah, we already talked about it.
I could switch it around though if you want. Otherwise, we're doing fandoms ranked. So I don't know if you want to do that. Which one would you rather do? Probably fandoms.
I'd rather do Batman v Spider-Man, but
oh really? Okay. Well, if you want to, I can switch it around. I could pull some strings, you know, with.
You have to talk to my boss. We'll talk about it after. We'll decide after.
Awesome. Nick?
Well, I just got back from Missouri for my sister-in-law's vet graduation.
Missouri?
Yep, I am in Missouri.
I am in Missouri. Sorry.
Yeah, I think Missouri is an okay state, but St. Louis and Columbia, Missouri are absolute dumps of places. Sorry if you live there. But where in UK are you going, Tyler? Someone asks.
Yeah, I'm going to London and Edinburgh. And the Highlands. And yeah.
The Highlands.
Nice.
Very nice.
As for, let's see, what did I watched Fast 9 last night, or we finished it last night. We started it technically last week, but finished it.
The one where they go to space?
Right.
Do they go to space? Seriously?
They go to space.
What?
It's just
how are you gonna top that in Fast 10? What the frick?
Oh, they're going to the freaking moon.
Going to
in
the
Fast
multiverse,
10.
the family multiverse.
Yeah, they're like the gravitational pull of the moon.
Oh, this is probably news.
They're gonna go to the multiverse and find Paul Walker in another world, another universe.
This is probably news. They're doing Fast 10 as a trilogy.
What?
Yeah, there's gonna be 3 movies for Fast 10.
Fast 10 Part 1.
Yep, Part 2 and Part 3.
10.1.
Wow.
10.2. It's like Attack on Titan final season. It's
yeah,
like pick a final.
But it's not a season. It's 3 movies.
Right. They're like, this Fast 10 will be the last one.
It'll be the
but
last.
There'll
one.
be 3 of them.
Yeah.
Not the last movie, just the last one.
Hey, Mission Impossible is doing 2 parts for Mission Impossible 7. So
honestly, though,
news.
Mission Impossible 5 and 6 were kind of Part 1 and Part 2, and really, well, I don't know what 7's about.
I think they
really,
just got better with their continuity, is all. I think because it's still
mind
a different story.
Yeah. Side note, I didn't mind the discontinuity of the movies because I thought they were okay just to stand on their own.
Are you talking about Fast and Furious?
No, well, those actually too, but the Mission Impossible. But yeah, even the Fast movies, I think, were fine on their own. 9 was pretty crappy to be, I guess. But you don't expect it to be.
Yeah,
that's
like, not the one where he gets mind controlled, right? Or is that 8?
Mind controlled.
Dom. He gets mind controlled.
Oh, it's not mind control, but 8.
I haven't seen it yet, so I gotta catch up because we're doing
No, wait. I'm sorry.
We're doing a little Fast and Furious thing later on.
That is 8. That is 8.
No, it is 8. Yeah.
because he's threatened basically. But you'll see.
Okay. Fate of the Furious.
Right.
Fate. The hateful fate.
Yeah. The hateful
But
fate.
other than that, I haven't really done much else. Been busy with other stuff, non-nerd stuff.
Well, a different kind of nerd, right? Like you're doing accounting stuff. A little
Yes.
academic nerd.
Yeah, so
A little geeky
Yes.
stuff.
yes, I'm entering the realm of the geek,
The geek.
but I'm coming back tonight.
Yes. It's a comeback story. The horse and no, okay. Alrighty. Wow.
On
On that note, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Speaking of Chris Pratt,
we'll go through it. We'll go through it all, but let's first give like our spoiler-free rating or quick review and rating. I gotta say, I really enjoyed it actually. I've heard mixed reviews. I was excited for it prior to it. I heard mixed reviews. I enjoyed it. There were a couple things. Really, one thing I really hated about it. But other than that, I thought it was pretty great. It's sad because knowing where the MCU is now, it's not very exciting. You know, like, it doesn't matter if it was a good movie. That's only because it was James Gunn and he's leaving, and it's not going to do well in the box office because nobody cares anymore, and normies aren't going to go see Marvel movies as much, so nobody's going to know that it was necessarily a good movie except for word of mouth, you know. So it's a shame, but it's just kind of Marvel did it to themselves, you know. The reign is over. So, you know, I would, based on what I saw, this movie should definitely have made a lot more money than it did. But it makes total sense why it didn't. So I give it a solid 8 out of 10, probably.
It's a little higher than I thought you would.
Yeah, I would have rated it higher than that, but there was one big
We'll get
thing.
into it.
So, but yeah, so that's my rating.
Yeah, I think I'd give it like a 7, because yeah, the characters are some of the best characters, especially for comedic relief. Which that was actually the comedic relief with the very somber theme.
Yeah,
It was very interesting. Sometimes I thought disconnected.
Yeah,
But it was interesting in this type of movie.
I had actually heard it was the humor was overdone. I thought it was perfect, honestly. I was laughing a lot.
It wouldn't be the Guardians without
Right.
that much humor.
Yeah.
Actually, we'll get into it, but there's one specific character who is always comedic relief that they didn't overdo it with, and I think that's why it wasn't over the top for the movie.
Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. I give it an 8.4 out of 10.
Okay. Very specific there.
It would be higher. Probably a 9. If I think we're thinking about the same thing, Nathan, because we kind of had a group chat about it.
Yeah.
It would probably be a 9 if that was something
They
we
didn't
already
completely butchers.
Well, if even like they didn't even butcher it, they just it's the timing.
Emasculated it. They raped
It's
it.
the timing.
They left it out in the street on a rainy day. Yeah.
So anyways, yeah. All right.
Well, I might as well get into it.
Let's get into
given
it,
you guys. If you don't want to see it, if you don't want to hear about it, get out. If you don't care, please stay.
So here's the thing, and it's funny because it's the opening scene that immediately I was like, no, come on, you got to be freaking kidding me. Yeah, we'll just talk about this first. We'll get the bad stuff out of the way, and then we'll get into the good stuff. You know, that's what we're about. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oops, I did not. I accidentally set the boo button. I did not mean to.
Boo. If you haven't seen
Goodbye.
it, but you don't care about spoilers, you can stay.
If you don't care about spoilers, you can stay. But thanks for
we are
watching
gonna be
anyways.
spoiling.
So, and I saw you followed on May 4th, so thank you very much.
May the 4th be with you.
I did not mean it. I'm going to give you a clap because I accidentally gave you. Thank you for coming in. So my biggest issue with this movie was obviously Adam Warlock. And any normie would be like, and it's funny because Zach, too bad he couldn't make it tonight. But he was like completely fine with it. He actually loved, you're welcome. He actually loved Adam. I was like, how? But I can understand, if you don't know the comic book character.
Let's clarify. Why do you hate him? It's not because of the character. There's a specific reason why this really docked its score.
Yes. So there's a couple things here. So first off, from a first glance, Adam Warlock is one of the most important characters in Marvel Comics. He's one of the most powerful characters in comics. And actually, if you join our Discord server, I can throw a video in there and show you exactly how powerful he is, because the dude is insane. He defeated Thanos multiple times. Thanos feared him. He actually, in the Infinity Gauntlet event, which is what Infinity War and Endgame and the whole MCU pretty much leading up to or prior to Phase 4 was surrounding the Infinity Gauntlet event. And Adam Warlock got all the Infinity Stones, Infinity Gems actually they're called, onto the Infinity Gauntlet, not by finding them, just by thinking about it. Because the dude has the Soul Stone on his head in the comics. This dude is insanely powerful. He said his famous line is, "Let the conflict end," holding up the Infinity Gauntlet. It's one of the most iconic panels in Marvel Comics. So it's disappointing to see them, kind of degrade him in terms of power. Excuse me. Also, I mean, he became the living tribunal at one point, which if you don't know what that is, basically it's the judge. Excuse me. Basically, it's the living judgment of the God in Marvel Comics. So the dude is insanely powerful. Now, you can make the argument, which is what Zach made, that okay, it's too early into his debut for him to be powerful. He's a baby, right? He's learning. Eventually, he'll be powerful. The problem is, it's way too late in the game to introduce him, especially when basically his entire character surrounds the Infinity Gauntlet story. So, it's too late. And the fact that the MCU is already trash at this point, like why have put our hopes high? Like there's no redemption with the MCU at this point. And so introducing a character as powerful as him isn't very exciting anymore. So that's my bone to pick with Marvel, and that's my problem with that. But
yeah, the only way, and this is honestly impossible for them to do because of, actor contracts and yada, yada, yada. But to successfully introduce him like they did in Guardians, they would have to work it in a way where this is his entrance into the multiverse. And in this instance of the multiverse, Thanos hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
But you can't say that because all of the Guardians have already developed as if he has. So unless this is a different, and then he would go back and defeat Thanos himself, like it's impossible, but that's the only way you can make the character who he's supposed to be. And I remember in the Infinity Saga, I think it was a Guardians movie, they teased Adam Warlock in the collector's room.
It was after Guardians 2.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you're gonna do something like that, you waited way too long. It has no impact anymore. That end credit scene has no impact anymore.
Because it's another instance of them introducing something that's supposed to get us like, whoa, like that's so cool. Like they're introducing this like cool character, but they've got things mixed around.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's Adam Warlock is the reason it docked the movie, because
right.
What happens now?
And of course, they had to Marvelify him by making him a complete pathetic joke of a character. I mean, the dude was a wimp. Let's be honest. Captain Marvel. He basically had the same Disney-fied him. He basically had the same power set as Captain Marvel. And Captain Marvel, I hate to say it, seems like she's more powerful than him, which isn't right. You know? He's freaking Adam Warlock.
I like the actor, but he's better in that dry humor role. Where
wait, you guys are so getting paid?
Exactly.
Eyebrows, boy. Yeah. And why the frick was his hair so messy all the time? Like, fix your freaking hair, dude. It was like in his face constantly. I'm like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
Emo Warlock.
Also,
so go ahead.
I didn't understand the whole healing pack thing. Why does everybody suddenly have these healing pack things? Is this like a standard in space? Like intergalactic healing pads? Like, what the frick is this?
It's like Star Wars where they introduced the healing power.
It's not like a big deal, but it's just kind of funny. I was like, what?
It was very emphasized that, like,
I know.
They used it like 4 times in the movie.
This is the first time we've ever seen it. It's like, why? Okay. You know?
It's like, you know how many other Avengers they probably could have saved if they had that.
Yeah.
Clint tosses one down to Black Widow. Here, come back.
Yeah, take it.
She's like, I mean, they brought Gamora back. Why can't they bring one of the good female characters back? Am I right?
So. She costs too much. Well, that's the main bad thing. Is there any other bad things that are worth mentioning?
Not really. I honestly, I will say one smaller thing was I think they could have utilized Gamora a little bit more. She was a little disappointing, I think, but not bad by any means.
Right.
I also think the whole sister thing with Mantis was kind of like built up and then died real quick. They mentioned it 3 times, I think, in this movie, and it had no impact at all in the movie.
Well,
the story.
That one's hard. That one's hard because that happened in the Christmas Guardians.
Right.
So,
and if you didn't watch that,
normal normies, like base level normies who didn't watch that, are gonna be like, wait, since when is Mantis Star-Lord's sister? You know, like,
yeah, but still, like, if you're gonna mention it at all, do something with it. You know, don't.
Yeah, I guess,
because that's even more confusing. I would say people would be like, "That was a weird throwaway line that was used 4 times." Like, what? Yeah. So I don't know.
I did have a little bit of a problem with what's the main guy, the bad guy,
the high evolutionary.
High evolutionary, yeah. How he had this. I liked his character, but I had a problem with his powers, especially like at the end, because he had this powerful. I don't know what would you call it, like
it's like a sonic blast or something.
Yeah,
like a kinetic power type thing.
Right. And where like he could even like hold people down, like he held Rocket down a few times.
Yeah.
But then in the end, I'm not sure what happened when Rocket like fired something at him, but then somehow he lost it when he was fighting against them all.
Because I think it's something on his suit that they.
Yeah, Rocket had magnet
shot
boots.
it. Yeah. Well, that's how he got out of it. But then he shot something on his suit to disarm him, essentially.
So it was on his suit, not really his power.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
That's what confused me, because I was like, well, why would he all of a sudden lose that power if that's his power?
That was the best line in the whole movie too. I'm Rocket Raccoon. And then he's like, why didn't you kill him? Because I'm a freaking guardian of the galaxy. I was like, yeah.
No, that would have been where you put the F-bomb in the movie, not
seriously.
The car.
Although the car scene was hilarious. I was like snickering. We saw it with my pastor, and I was like, I should laugh, but this is so funny. Like, it was so perfect. I don't know.
It was.
Good.
Yeah.
No,
Open
I
the
think
effing door.
I think just open the effing door. No, I think that would have been a good place to put it too.
Seriously, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm a
Yeah.
effing
But
guardian.
Rocket
I
he's always been my favorite Guardian, and so I'm really happy that they focused on him a lot in this movie
I agree.
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
and his character.
And let's stay on the bad guy for now. Oh, fantastic
He
as a
was
bad
great.
guy.
Like, it's
Yeah.
so refreshing to see an actual villain finally.
Yes.
Like, screw Kang. I want this guy to be the main villain in the
He was
MCU,
a
honestly.
bad dude. Like the
Yeah.
dude was like, this thing didn't work, blow it up, and then
Blow it
leaves the planet. Like he
Genocide.
had like no genocide. Like
big deal.
no regard for life,
Yeah.
no and like the pursuit of being God and like
Right.
his whole like
There is
egotistical
no
approach.
God. That's why I stepped in.
Right.
Like,
Like,
oof.
dude, such a good bad
Yeah.
guy.
That's a good villain right there.
When
Yeah,
he
you
said
don't
that, I
you
got
want a
chills.
villain. You want a villain that's actually bad, that is
Right. That you
evil,
actually
because then
hate.
like we need to defeat this, not
Yeah.
something that's a joke or something that's like, oh, you feel bad for them.
Or,
Like,
yeah,
no,
a
you shouldn't
victim.
feel bad for anything
Right.
evil.
Yeah.
Like, I want to cheer when he gets defeated. Like,
Right.
I want to be like, yeah, screw that guy. I'm glad he's dead. Like,
Yeah.
you want that in a villain.
I agree. And man, when they took his face off at the end, it looked like Red Skull, and I was a little confused at first. I was like, "Are they
Red
doing
Skull's
something?
back.
What's going on?"
Yeah.
Yeah, are they trying to make him white? A white Nazi? Like what?
Oh, no.
It's like,
Uh-oh. Whoa.
I'm not- yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I thought
Oof.
finally and honestly, that's what made the movie so good, was we were actively cheering against the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to go through. I wrote some notes during the movie, so we can just kind of go through the movie. Very sad start. I thought it was really cool, actually, the whole emo rocket thing. Like, it started and ended with that, and like, realistically, nothing changed for Rocket in this movie. He survived, but and he did beat the guy, but he's still like depressed because his family, his real family, his original family is still gone, and it's something I think he learns to live with. And what he, like, that's the whole thing of him dancing at the end. It was a little cheesy, but it made sense.
I think it was the moment where his, I guess, girlfriend, his love, he's dead, and she's like, it's not time yet. We were your family in the past, but you have a new family now that you have to take care of.
Gave me some Harry Potter vibes too, by the way.
Right. Yeah, no, I thought that too.
Yeah.
But like, she charged him with a task to keep his family safe.
Yeah.
And so now he has purpose in his life.
Right.
From his past. So I think that's what, the ending, like, yeah, he still likes the depressing music, but then he's going to dance to it, like he's got a new purpose
that
in
they
life.
kept like going up the decades too. That was a pretty cool payoff, like considering we started in like what, the 60s, 70s, I think. So 70s, I guess.
Yep.
Music is also one of the best things about these movies.
Oh, it was great. Although I will say, at some points it seemed really odd, like how upbeat the music was. It's like, it comes out of nowhere. Yeah, I thought that was a little stupid. Honestly, he looked a little dumb. But
yeah, I thought bad guy was great. Rocket's story, I'm so glad they didn't ruin it.
Yeah.
And it was really sad. Like, I wanted to cry. But because it's Disney Marvel, I couldn't bring myself to do it.
I did actually tear up a bit, especially with the little raccoons. I'm like, oh man, that's so sad.
I did. I chuckled. I laughed out loud at the end when he saves the baby raccoons and he reads the nameplate and it says raccoon.
Yeah.
I laughed. I was like, ha.
That was pretty great.
Because like the whole movie, he's like, I'm not a raccoon.
But like, man, that was a tearjerker part where he's like all the animals, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that don't cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. The only time I really teared up actually was when Peter Quill found his grandpa and gave him a hug.
But
That actually.
was that Kevin Feige? It looked like Kevin Feige. I felt like Leonardo DiCaprio in the meme.
Yeah.
I was like,
Hey,
it's Kevin.
Could have been.
Yeah. It looked exactly like him to me, but maybe not. I don't know.
yeah.
But we'll get to that. So I thought Nowhere kind of felt like it felt very small compared to how it used to be. Like it felt a lot more contained. It looked very much like a movie set to me, whereas back when The Collector had it, it looked so much bigger. I don't know if that was just me or not, but or if they just didn't really move beyond the square that they were in. It just seemed like a movie set.
No,
It's not Kevin.
It's like the Hulk, he just got a little smaller and a little less
little
impressive.
wimpy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drax getting subtly fatter. Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
Yeah, so that's another character I'd like to talk about.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think all of the characters actually had decent development.
Yeah.
Obviously Rocket. Not so much Star-Lord. I take that back.
Not at all, really. And
not at
although
all.
actually
So,
there's a little bit.
Yeah,
we'll talk
but
about it.
yeah, I wouldn't say it was good development, but he developed.
He got over Gamora though.
Or at least came to an okay place with her where he could learn to like let her go and but
it's development.
I guess
it's not as big as the other guys. But
that's true. There. That's true.
I think the only one who didn't is freaking Mantis. Like, I'm gonna go find myself with my.
No, she did. She did too. Well, so here's where she.
Let's talk about Drax. Let's talk about Drax first.
Let's talk about Drax. He had his Drax moment with the chips in the elevator. He was like,
"Yes,
ooh, can I have one?" He's like, "Nah, they're gone."
No, they're gone. That was great.
Continues eating. That was good. I like that.
That's
funny.
why he's chubby, because he keeps eating the chips.
He keeps eating. But I think he was like, obviously they only used him in the past for like that comedic relief, like kind of the laughing stock of the Guardians.
Yeah.
And then like he just developed into this dad. And like that was like his calling. Like they each got their individual calling.
It's ultimate like going back to his origins.
Full circle.
Right.
Yeah.
Going back to his origin of like, I need to be a dad.
Yeah.
And then when he's with those refugee kids, and then they're like, you can speak this language, and he was like, yeah, you never asked. Like, he's so cut and dry that nobody actually thinks to ask him for things because they think he's so incapable. And it just shows you that throughout the whole movies, like, he's not actually stupid. It's just he's so cut and dry. Everybody thinks he's stupid and nobody asks anything of him, but he's super capable.
He's just
so like I thought that was a cool development.
He's just got bad humor, that's all.
Yeah.
And we forget that he's super literal. Like that's his. Is it his species, or I don't know if it's just him?
I'm sorry.
It's Grandpa.
It's Grandpa.
Guys, my grandpa's back on Twitch. Get him up.
Andy! Woo! Grandpa Andy. He's
3-time Elden Lord.
3 times Elden Lord. Yeah. That's right. Nick, you missed it. This is Tyler's grandpa. Andy?
It's my volleyball grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, right? We talked about it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So, welcome. We're talking about Guardians 3 right now.
Mm-hmm. So I thought like it was a good full circle for him, and it was a lot of fun. And then let's see what. Nebula.
Yeah.
She kind of realized that it's okay to have feelings.
Yeah.
Because you can start to see that she's developing feelings for Star-Lord.
Right.
Where she's like, no, I would never get with
Don't
him.
look at me like that.
And then she's like,
that's an exact impression.
Wait a minute. Right, that was pretty good. So I think that her development was like emotional development, like actually showing emotion and that it's okay.
Right.
And then obviously Rocket's development.
And Karen
is pretty
Gillan is
clear.
an amazing actor.
Yeah.
Or actress. She's
Yeah.
fantastic.
I honestly, that character kind of gets on my nerves sometimes, where it's
Yeah.
like, why are you so abrasive and like?
It makes sense though. You just got to remember
Oh, I know
who
it,
she
but
is.
it's like sometimes it's just like I'm kind of sick of this. Like, can you
Yeah.
just like be something else now? You know what I mean? Like,
she was. I
don't
think her peak was Endgame. That was when we had
Yeah.
2 nebulas going on.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. That
Yeah.
was really great.
And then Star-Lord, I guess, learned to be okay with Gamora, and then going to see his grandpa.
Yeah, I'm like, what are they gonna do with this? And he's coming back probably for Secret Wars, I imagine, but
Probably.
or King Dynasty maybe, but who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe.
He also
But
said
he-
that he
And then-
doesn't want to come back if James Gunn isn't involved. So
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. And then Gamora, this instance of Gamora,
Yeah.
she doesn't know why Star-Lord likes her. You know, all the Guardians are like kind of standoffish around her because she doesn't like them. She's with the Sylvester Stallone
Yeah.
Ravagers.
The Ravagers.
And
He was a
so-
weird character.
yeah. And so she's
Hello. Fat Taco
Oh.
Browns
Fat
in the
Taco.
chat.
hello. And so it's like I'm glad that she kind of developed into another less abrasive character.
Yeah.
She kind of like realized like I need a family, and I had one in another timeline in life, and I'm feeling that missing, even though I never had it in this life before.
Yeah.
So I think she's coming around. That's kind of the way that I interpreted her development.
Yeah.
But and then Mantis, I don't really know what they're gonna do with her, like going on her own. But
Well, she's the mayor of nowhere now.
that's right. So,
what's up?
yeah,
Fat
so
Taco?
we'll
And
see.
We can't forget Groot had his first
Oh.
other word.
Yeah, I
That
thought
was
that
it.
was kind of stupid. I was like,
I thought that was cool. I thought it
now
was cool.
he did say "We are Groot" in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, but
I guess that's true.
Well,
I
do you
was-
guys know why we? Do you guys know why he said "I love you guys"?
well, he's speaking their actually English. Like I am Groot is its own language, so he's speaking in the other language.
No.
Okay,
so
be dark and mysterious.
no, I'm going to tell you why. So this was actually confirmed by James Gunn.
I love you too, Fat Taco
Um,
Brown. He says, "I am Groot."
was actually confirmed
Donuts.
by James Gunn. The reason that we heard "I love you guys" is because we finally understand
Oh
Groot.
my gosh.
He blocks
Okay.
everybody else out. So the whole time that they're talking with him, we only hear "I am Groot," but they actually hear what he's saying.
Right.
Right. And so
Which
the
is
whole
why they
movie,
didn't
Gamora
react.
is like, why are you just saying "I am Groot"? It's because he doesn't see her as family yet
Right.
until the end. And then we all, as viewers, become family because we can now understand him.
And,
Family.
yeah.
And that was
makes
confirmed by
sense.
James Gunn.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And it's Vin Diesel, so it makes even more sense. Like
Family.
Family.
I love you guys. Let's say grace. Let's say grace. Dear Jesus, thank you for fast cars and family.
Groot's just driving his his muscle car.
Honestly, Groot was pretty sick.
Man,
like,
that end scene,
he was
I was
really
like,
cool.
holy crap. That
He
honestly
was,
not
he
expecting
was on
that.
roids.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We'll get to the end credit scene, but let's talk about the organic planet that looked like a giant butthole. Like,
and Nathan Fillion in their goopy suits.
I know.
What was that?
Oh my gosh.
that was simultaneously disgusting and also kind of
Funny.
amazing at the same time. Those are some of my favorite parts of the movie, honestly. Yes.
Uranus.
Uranus.
Yes, that's what it looked like.
I really liked their suits, their space suits, and that whole scene cinematographically looked awesome.
Yeah.
It was really funny with the whole like what's her the records chick that Star-Lord was trying to charm. that was a great payoff there at the end. He's like, I'm just good with the ladies. It's like that was awesome that he was just playing around the entire time. I will say it was kind of weird how they kept making you think they were going to kill off characters and then they didn't die.
Yeah.
Drax almost died like twice within a matter of 10 seconds.
Boom. Med pack.
There you go.
Right.
But like their spacesuits flying away, like that whole scene was hilarious. I really liked that part.
Side note, it annoyed me that they switched the colors of Gamora and Nebula. Like Nebula had a green suit and Gamora had a blue suit. I was like, why? Why'd you do that?
I didn't even notice that. That's kind of funny. Yeah. I really actually that's later. So but yeah, that was a great scene. What's up, my nerds? Welcome back, Super Captain. This is Barrett for sure, right? This is Barrett.
It's Todd Packer.
No, it's Todd Packer, dude.
Todd Packer. All right,
This is
Todd Packer.
Scott's best friend.
Welcome, Todd Packer. It's me, Todd Packer.
That's Barrett.
Welcome. Glad you could finally make it on a Thursday. That's great.
Yeah.
We're talking about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So if you haven't seen it and you don't care about spoilers, stick around. So yeah, I don't know. What other thoughts do you guys have about the organic butthole?
Honestly,
thing?
I like Nathan Fillion as an actor.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty funny. But it was funny, like they
like,
were all.
I have one of those too.
Yeah, I have one of those too. I think like all like that whole planet was they were all so oblivious to what was going on. And I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was a good.
What did I just walk into? Guardians of the Galaxy 3. There's a planet that well, it's not really a planet. It's kind of like a space station that's made out of organic matter. And it looks like a butthole. But, I mean, I don't know how else to explain it. So, but yeah, so yeah, a lot happened after that. I thought it was really weird how, and later on we see it looks like a giant set with other sets attached. That's another way of explaining it. True.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I thought it was really weird that Star-Lord didn't have his mask, and James Gunn later said he just forgot it in a drawer in nowhere. I'm like, that's a stupid reason. Now I get like
movie logic.
Right, they were in a hurry to get out of there, but why is it not like in the ship or something, or
it would be on the ship, not in nowhere. Yeah.
And there's so many plot holes, but you're gonna say that's the reason that he forgot his mask.
I know,
right.
I know, it was bizarre. Speaking of the ship was dope. That was freaking cool, and like it's really cool. Separated there at the end. Like that was really cool. It was really sad when it was like the Razor Crest getting blown up. I was like, no,
no.
Yes, but
well, yeah, that's the problem.
Through Adam Warlock, and that's what we talked about earlier. So
yeah, and another instance of where we thought he was gonna die or someone was gonna die,
and his face just like whoa.
I thought it was gonna explode. I was like,
don't look.
Yeah, Michael or the David painting.
Yeah, the David painting.
Or not David.
It's a creation of Adam.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
by Michelangelo.
Yeah. No, by Adam Warlock.
Yes. Yes.
The creation of Adam Warlock.
Right. Let's kind of talk about the planet stuff. I guess that was kind of the next big thing. The Earth, counter Earth. Mm-hmm. I thought it was kind of weird that they didn't make it didn't have as big of an impact, like blowing up an entire planet it was genocide, and then just kind of moved on really quickly. I thought that was a little odd. I don't know how you guys felt about it, but it was just kind of they moved on. I don't know.
They didn't spend much time there.
Yeah.
So I think that it was okay. the way that they did. It didn't bother me.
But all the
I was
flashbacks were leading up to it, though. You know.
right. I was concerned though, like as they were driving through the city, like I was concerned about a potential message that was going to be in the movie, and I was like, please don't go where I think you might go. And that would have been like, oh, this is just irredeemable because of the human nature of people
Yeah.
is just all bad and just humanity's bad and just, kind of like
Right.
turn it into like we just need a socialist or communist society to actually be,
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
like, yeah. So I kind of was like hoping that they didn't go there and they didn't. So I was very happy.
They almost
but
went
yeah,
with
no,
the whole bigotry thing, but Star-Lord had the best response. He's like, "Oh, shut up." He's like, "Just stop."
Yeah. I thought it was I thought they didn't spend enough time there for the end to feel like too prompt.
Okay.
Because you already knew that this was a bad dude.
Yeah.
And then he commits instant genocide and then you're like, yeah, he's a real bad dude. So
Yeah.
I just felt like it was a good addition to his character and solidifying him as an awful person.
Yeah.
And
a great
playing
villain.
God, basically.
Yeah.
And you were kind of so distracted by everything going on the ship and saving the children and the animals that I almost kind of forgot about the whole planet.
Stream froze. Uh-oh.
It's back. It's
back.
back.
All right. Well, we were just talking about the planet and how it didn't have much significance because of what else was going on.
Right.
I gotta say though that that hallway fight was one of the dopest things I've seen in Guardians of the Galaxy. There was a couple actually. I really liked when Groot took out all the guns and they were going back to back. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
A fine addition to my collection.
True.
Right.
And when they were like trying to leave, but then Rocket's like, I'm not running anymore, and they're all just slow walking. I thought for sure it was cool, but I thought for sure they'd be like, why are we slow walking right now? like it'd be like a joke, you know. But it led into that freaking scene. That was a callback for me to OG Avengers when like they're fighting against the Chitauri, right?
Yeah.
And like they're like going through all the Avengers and Iron Man shooting on Captain America's shield, you know. It was a callback for me to that, just with the Guardians. So that was dope. That was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Great cinematography too through those scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rocket's a badass, man. Like just
He is.
nonstop. He's so cool. And the fact that he's just a raccoon, you know? Like
And
from
that
Earth.
he's
A raccoon.
yeah, he's a
Yeah.
genius too on top of that.
Right.
Yeah. No, I actually really
How did you know
enjoyed-
that? Why did you say that name?
I really enjoyed his flashback development, where
Yeah.
it's like you see him, as a normal raccoon, but like he's still got some personality, he's like scared and like a
Right.
scared baby raccoon. And then he gets modified and then he's even more scared because he's like, I can feel and think things that I haven't before. And there's these weird creatures next to me who end
Yeah.
up becoming my friends, obviously.
Mhm.
And then, he's smart.
It's like
And
Five
so
Nights
he's
at
like-
Freddy's.
Yeah, right? Yeah. And so then he's like, oh, you messed up here. You have to do it this way. And then it works. And the dude gets pissed at him because he's smarter than he is.
Right.
And so I thought like that whole, and he's like teaching him. And like, honestly, Baby Rocket Raccoon, kind of cute, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
cuter than Grogu
The
for
voice
sure.
was a little weird, but it was a little too.
Oh, he's going
high-pitched.
through puberty.
Yeah. He's like, ah.
Yeah.
I guess
Cuter
that's
than
what I
Grogu
sounded
for
like.
sure.
So.
Yeah.
For sure.
But the spider rabbit was a little freaky.
That was a
not
little
gonna
weird.
Yeah.
lie.
The other,
It'd be, they
Yeah.
didn't have the thing over her mouth. It'd be a little better,
know.
but that
Yeah. A little Saw
Yeah,
vibes.
even Lilo is kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Teefs.
Teefs, Lila, and Floor. Was it Floor?
Floor.
Honestly, kind of cute names, but like,
Yeah. Yeah. I also liked the flashback scenes because they added more to his character, because otherwise he would have just been sitting unconscious the entire movie. So
Right.
it was something for Rocket action also to have, and it obviously made the ending so much more impactful because it's like, I'm not scared anymore. I'm a freaking
Right.
Guardian of the Galaxy, you know. It made that scene so much better.
And I
So,
liked how he didn't kill the High Evolutionary.
yeah.
Like, I know some people might think like, oh, he should have gotten his revenge and his, but I thought that was like the perfect ending to just be like, one, I'm not like this guy.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to like, he created me for a purpose and I'm not going to follow that purpose.
Right.
And I'm just going to protect the people that I need to protect and not do any unnecessary damage.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he leaves them, and it's basically he leaves it to the High Evolutionary's failures to kill himself. So I thought that was a perfect way to end it.
And ultimately he was so evil, like even his own people turned on him. It's like,
Yeah.
you just let him cave in on himself because of how
His
crazy
own
he is.
creations.
Right. Yeah, that was cool. I like the little callback with the giant squid things. And I totally forgot that they only eat batteries. So I was like genuinely like, well,
They're
there we go.
screwed.
they're dead.
The third time we think someone's gonna die.
Yeah, right. Them being like not squashing anything though, going onto the ship was a little unrealistic. All the little raccoons, you think one of them would have gotten squashed, right?
Yeah.
I liked when like Rocket like scooped them all up and they're like just like falling out of his arms.
Yeah.
I thought that
Yeah.
was pretty.
There was
pretty
definitely more in that cage than when he was like jumping off the ship with them on him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Was there like freaking giraffes on there too?
Yeah, there was a lot of weird things. Yeah. It was like
Anyways.
Jumanji there at the end, you know. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was the ending where it gave me Fantastic Mr. Fox vibes, where they're all dancing in the supermarket, you know. That was it was a little cringy, but it was funny. I liked it.
Yeah.
Weird
I
song
liked
choice, but yeah, Cosmo was great. Yeah, it was a little weird. It's like, you're a good girl, and he's like licking him. Thank you. And I was like, all right, if this wasn't a dog, this would be very strange. But
it is. No, I
It's a
thought
dog.
that whole bit of like you're a bad dog and then like completely like destroying Cosmo as a character. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Like the whole time he's like holding it over her head, like, no, I'm not gonna say it because
Yeah.
you're a bad dog.
You're a
She's
bad
like
dog.
destroyed, like
Yeah.
her whole like body is like in pain from like being called a bad dog.
Right.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was good. What did you guys think of? I don't even know his name, but Sean Gunn's character who takes over for who was the original character?
Ron,
No, it's Yandu.
Yandu. Yeah. Grogu.
he was okay.
He put on some weight.
Sean Gunn has a beer belly, man. He's looking like
He
me
has
over there.
some. Yeah, he had a beer belly for sure.
Yeah.
I think
No,
I liked him better as a side character, I think, than the main
Yeah.
Ravager or well, not Ravager,
yeah.
but
Yeah,
I mean,
don't even know what they
I
would be
think
called.
I think he was sidelined enough for my liking. I did like how he had to practice with the needle and couldn't just do it.
Yeah. It
was
kind of
cool.
gave me America Chavez vibes though there at the end, where he can just suddenly do it. It's like, you know, and
But that's a unique.
remember in Doctor Strange Mom, where she's just like suddenly she knows her powers.
Yeah, but this one's unique because it's like he doesn't know how to control it. Like there's a specific way to control it,
Yeah.
and he just has to figure out that specific way. And like he's like trying to figure out how, and like the whole movie he's moving it and he's shooting it, but it's not accurate. It's way off. Like he is doing it, but it's like that click to make it accurate and go where he actually wants it to go. So I didn't think it was as drastic as an America
It's not
Chavez.
as extreme, but it's still like, I thought about that, you know.
I guess.
So
Yeah.
He had Yandu to guide him too.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm also glad that we haven't seen America Chavez since.
Me too. I'm sure she'll be back. Yeah, one can only hope. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we talked about Adam Warlock. The end credit scene with the Guardians, the new Guardians team. It kind of further made me hate Adam Warlock even more because I'm like, okay, first you insult me by doing what you did with him, and then you make him a Guardian of the Galaxy. What? It's
A
Adam
freaking
Warlock. Why
Guardian
is he
of
a
the
Guardian? Yeah, why is he a freaking Guardian of the Galaxy? That was weird.
I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna, obviously, like at this point, he's already butchered, cut up, and cooked into a burger. Might as well make it a good burger, you know? like what? It's like you already killed the cow. Might as well get a nice steak or a burger out of it. So it's like, to me, it was like, I don't care about him right now, but like Groot, nice.
Yeah,
And
Groot was pretty dope
Rocket
there at the end.
back to being Rocket, and I thought
like-
it was.
Yeah, I like that Rocket's in the team leader now too. That's pretty great.
Oh, yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't know what they're gonna do with this though. So if they do anything, you know, I hope James Gunn just decides he'd come back for only Guardians related things. You know, but again, he's DC now, so
We don't know what his
can't
contract
really
looks
have
like.
him because that's a direct competitor essentially. So,
Yeah.
well, they are direct competitors in comics. So, movies, same thing, you know. So yeah, good overall. Just sad considering the state of the MCU, and you know we're never gonna get anything like this again, probably. So. Do you know how much that it actually made? I can't remember what the box office numbers are
I can look it up.
for Guardians 3.
1.21 billion worldwide.
Worldwide.
Okay.
Oh, it's already one of the top 25 highest grossing.
All right. Yeah. So it says in U.S. it's over just under 530 million.
Yep.
Okay.
But it should be a lot higher, honestly.
Oh, that's globally. That's globally.
Oh, that's yeah. You're right. Globally. Yeah. So globally, 530 is pretty. I mean, Mario made what? Almost 1.5 billion. Something like that.
Something like that.
So yeah, I mean, it's just sad. So, you know.
Yeah. So currently it's at 214.7 million
for U.S.
domestic.
Yeah.
Globally, it's just under 530.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. Why does Rotten Tomatoes say it's higher? Okay, so this is at May 15th at over 1.21 billion worldwide. Oh, maybe that's Mario. That's Mario.
Yeah, it says
That's
529 million on Rotten Tomatoes. So just under 530. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's Mario. I don't know why it pulled me to Mario. I asked for Guardians.
Yeah.
Anyways, those are the numbers. So
yeah. I mean, this could be a whole discussion we could have about like the sad state of Disney Plus. You know, they're losing so many subscribers. They're probably going to be merging with Hulu, just to save it. And there's a lot of forgery going on around there where they're like transferring money from one department to Disney Plus just to make it look like they have a profit. They're including subscribers of people who are like paused their subscription. They're not currently subscribers, so they're fudging the numbers right now. And it's not necessarily illegal. Some of the stuff's not really illegal, but it's like making them seem like
they're inflating their market price.
Yeah.
So it technically is not it's not illegal, but it's not legal either.
Right.
So it's I mean that's true. If they're gonna want to be profitable, they're gonna have to start using ads.
Yep.
And that's
Which is what
or
HBO Max does. Well, Max, it's gonna be called Max Stupid now, which is dumb. They do have an ad subscription you can do for a cheaper cost per month. So
right. And that's what I was gonna say. They're
Yeah.
either gonna have to increase the subscription price or run ads.
yeah, it's not unheard of. Funimation, I think, does something similar, or Crunchyroll. So, yeah, but you get what you get, and it's funny. I think Netflix too is kind of striding backwards to the whole password sharing thing. I think they're like pretending that never happened.
I haven't heard much about it.
And yeah, I mean, like in South America, they were cracking down, and I'm like, dude, they have no money down there. Like, you're gonna lose all your subscribers down there. Paying for a
Agreed.
subscription and still having to watch ads is not cool. Yep, I agree.
Agreed, but if it's a lower price, then
Yeah,
I mean,
but it's the principle. It's like, why am I paying to watch ads?
Right.
It doesn't make any sense at all, So
No.
I don't really care. I will pay the premium price then, just for the fact that I don't have to watch ads, because that's why I'm paying. So I don't know. A lot of these streaming services they need to buy up properties and start, contracting them out to other streaming services. Kill out the lesser streaming services, but
there's so many.
there are so many. It's starting to be like cable all over again. It's like, why did we got rid of cable so that we could pay less, and now we're paying for every subscription.
Yeah, each network has their own streaming, so it's like there's no difference. Like TNT, that's a channel that has their own, and then you've got like actual like companies that are subscription for cable service. So it's like Sling, Fubo, like you're paying to get
Roku.
cable streamed to your TV. So it's like, and then you got to pay extra for the premiums, which is HBO, TNT, Paramount, Disney. So it's like,
and then there's Hulu Live TV and YouTube Live TV. You're paying for cable all over again, just through a different method, But
Peacock.
Yeah, Peacock. I
Plus
will
my
say
anime.
Prime, at least, Amazon allows you to rent or buy other movies through Prime Video, and you can get like subscriptions through that as well with like Cinemax and Stars and stuff like History Channel. So, at least they're good for something. So,
I feel we should go back to Blockbuster. I miss Blockbuster.
I know. I miss those days. Seriously, yeah. That was the best part of the week. Friday night, you go to Blockbuster. You don't know what you're gonna get, but you're gonna find some movies. We were never allowed to get the snacks, but I always wanted to. And then you go next door. You go to a pizza place. You get some pizza.
Papa John's.
Yeah, we would go to Papa John's. And then you go home and you have a nice pizza, watch some movies on a Friday night. That was the best. So I do miss those days. It was the fun, the fun of the hunt, the thrill for a good movie. So.
They had limited copies too, so you may or may not get the movie you want.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the library still exists, so you could do that, but anyways, yeah. So that was our Guardians 3 review. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. Hope you didn't get spoiled. But if you haven't seen it, I recommend going to see it. Even if Disney's getting your money, it's a good movie.
So I'm glad that we've had three.
I'll pay for good content.
Yeah, I'm glad that we've had 3 back-to-back good movies.
Yeah, pretty much every movie I've seen this year has been good. The only one I can't say anything for is Ant-Man.
I'm really excited. I'm really excited for Oppenheimer.
I know.
It's got a 3-hour runtime.
Dude, I can't imagine what the trailer was like in the loud theater you were in, because that was a loud trailer. Your ears must have
Yeah.
been bleeding.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yes, I had a headache.
Oops.
Uh,
Is it worth seeing in theaters versus waiting for Disney Plus? I'd go see it in
Yeah.
theaters.
I'd go
I'd
see
say
it in
it's worth
theater.
it for sure.
If the volume is correct.
Yes, Christopher Nolan. Yes, I love Christopher Nolan, and I'm super excited. And Robert Downey Jr. is back, baby.
And
So,
Cillian Murphy.
and Cillian Murphy is a great actor. Yeah, I'm very excited. The cast is stacked. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. I'm so
Um,
excited.
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah,
go see
honestly,
Sisu too. Oh, sorry, Nick. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say all the trailers we saw during Guardians were good except for the Marvels, but there's some good stuff coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's-
Well,
We're
potential
still
good
gonna go
stuff.
see Marvels though. We gotta go watch it.
Is
We do. We gotta make fun of it, guys.
that in my contract? I don't
Yeah.
know if I-
Yes. But
Fast
Sisu,
10.
I really want to go see Sisu. It's a short movie. It's very simple. Pretty
Apparently,
much.
it came out like 2022 or something.
What?
Yeah, like it's already been out.
It's out again.
Oh.
You're saying they're like
Yeah.
releasing it? Interesting.
Yes.
I mean, it makes sense. It's kind of an indie film.
How do you
But-
spell it again?
Sisu. Sisu. Sisu.
Yeah, 2022 film.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
it came out again then, I guess, like a month ago, pretty much. But yeah, super excited about that. We gotta go see Fast 10. I don't have high hopes for that, but
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. So yeah, it came out in 2022, but I think it came out as Finnish first.
oh, it's a foreign film. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
So it's English now, but it had a $6 million budget, and it's 94% Rotten Tomatoes, 7.1 IMDb, and 88% on Fandango.
Yeah, they're
So,
gonna make a lot of
Decent
money then.
ratings.
Good.
Yeah.
Profit margin there.
But we still want
Um,
to see it.
We do. Yes. Yeah. And summer blockbusters are gonna be great. Oppenheimer. We talked about Mission Impossible. And I'm stoked for Dune. I cannot wait for that movie. So,
Very good.
Trevor, I don't know if you're in the chat still, but we gotta watch it in your home theater. Y'all seen A Good Person? You're a good person. You're a good
You're looking
person.
at one right now.
Yeah. I have not seen that. I don't know what that is. Zach Braff? I will look it up. Is it a recent movie? Oh yeah, 2023.
Oh, Florence Pugh. Morgan
Florence
Freeman.
Pugh.
It's Florence Pugh. We gotta watch it.
We gotta see
Gotta
it
watch
now.
Gotta see it now. Gotta see it now. Florence Pugh's on there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Phew. Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh.
Trevor's lurking in the chat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Someone's
Yeah. So yeah, lots of good movies. Next fall we're gonna just be reviewing basically. So
I can't wait for the yearly review.
yeah.
Like best of 2023.
Best of 2023. It's gonna be great, guys. We're
and
gonna have
actually, it
lots-
will be much better than 20.
It's gonna be a hard list, actually. Yeah, it'll
so
be
far, it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So that's pretty much all we got tonight. Catch us next week. Either talking about Batman v Spider-Man or we're gonna tier list fandoms. Either way,
TBD.
Tyler's not gonna be there, so we will see which one we do, depending on which one he wants to do. So. Catch us next Thursday around 8 p.m. Central Time. Sometimes we start at 7:30, so just be looking out for our social media posts. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Yeah, we're on TikTok. That's right. Oof. So, if you haven't already, go join our Discord server, Talking Nerds. The information will be in the description I guess I didn't put it in this. I should put it in the live stream description, but I don't.
Yeah.
So that's my B.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I can throw it in the chat here. I guess most of you have joined, but some of you haven't. So let me go do that really quick. I'm gonna copy it. It is in the chat. So if you haven't joined our Discord, go do that. Talk to us throughout the week. Shut up, Fat Taco Brown. You're not a good person. No.
Oh.
We love you. But yeah, and go follow us on our socials. I'm rambling at this point. And thanks for tuning in, guys. We got some good audience here now. We got a good community we're building.
We've got a good
so
little foundation, a little core, but I love the people in it.
Yes, we love you guys. What is that? Is that a monkey? Well, that looks like a
monkey
7.
smoking a pipe.
Smoking a pipe. All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyways,
we're working on something here, a little series that we're throwing up on YouTube. So Tyler will be throwing up the first video soon-ish. So be on the lookout on our YouTube channel. But with that said, thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll catch you next time.
Peace.
Peace.